What's going on, Blazers? My name is TheJongasm. Today I've got a list of 21 facts about one of my favorite Disney movies of all time, Dumbo. You know, ever since I was a little kid, I've absolutely loved Dumbo. I'll admit that one of the reasons I loved it so much was because I related to Dumbo in the sense that I too was made fun of because of my ears. Only for me, it was because they were so small. And also, the teasing and making fun of never actually stopped. Thanks, Mom. Anyways, it's time to get started. It seems that I have pretty good taste. Not only is this one of my favorite Disney movies of all time, it's Walt Disney's favorite Disney movie of all time. Also, this is John Lasseter's favorite Disney movie. John Lasseter is one of the more famous directors who directs Disney and Pixar movies. You know, I don't think a lot of people know this, but Dumbo was a very monumentous movie. He was responsible for a lot of firsts for Disney Studios. You could say that he popped a lot of Disney's cherries. Guarantee that's the first time that's ever been said. This was the first and still one of the very few Disney movies to be set in America. It's also one of the few Disney movies to be set in the time setting that it was released. This means that the movie was released in 1941 and also takes place in 1941. Also, I just learned that this movie was released on my birthday in 1941, so like 53 years before I was born. That kind of made my heart warm up inside. I mean, it's one of my favorite Disney movies ever. It's one of the most revolutionary Disney movies ever. Pretty cool to me. Dumbo was the first Walt Disney animated classic to be released on video cassette. It's also the first Disney movie to be re-released from video cassette to DVD. Dumbo is the first protagonist in a Disney film to not speak any lines. I believe I actually mentioned this in my Sleeping Beauty trivia video, if any of you guys saw that, because Princess Aurora, Sleeping Beauty, is actually in second place for the least lines spoken by a Disney protagonist. Outside of musical numbers, she only has 18 lines of dialogue. This is the top film to be released in DVD and VHS history, which is of no surprise. Dumbo is portrayed as the saddest movie in Disney history, which makes sense. Take one look at this picture and tell me that that's incorrect. I don't think there's anything sadder than a crying baby circus elephant, especially one that's crying because his feelings were hurt. Interestingly, even though this ended up being his favorite Disney movie ever, Walt Disney wasn't even interested in making this movie at first. To get him interested, two story men actually wrote up the movie in installments, so like chapters, and then left him on his desk every morning. Finally, he ran into the story department holding one of the chapters and saying, "This is great, what happens next?" And thus Dumbo was born. Dumbo was made with the intention of being economically sound and simple. This is because the studio needed to regain some of the financial losses that it sustained from releasing Fantasia. In December of 1941, Time magazine initially planned on having Dumbo on its cover to commemorate its success, but this was changed because of the attacks on Pearl Harbor, which, depending on who you ask, might have been more important. During the production of Dumbo, there was a long and bitter animators strike where half of the studio's staff just walked out. Some of those strikers are actually caricatured as clowns in the WDP circus going to hit the big boss up for a raise. The name of the circus, WDP, is actually a reference to Walt Disney Productions. Mrs. Jumbo, Dumbo's mother, only speaks once when she says Dumbo's original name. Timothy Mouse was voiced by Edward Brophy, who actually has no other voice acting credits and is more known for playing gangsters in movies. Interestingly, the name of Timothy Q. Mouse is never spoken in the movie, but we do see it on one of Dumbo's contracts. There's a reference to the little engine that could that some of you guys may have caught. While Casey Jr. the train is trying to come up a hill, his engine sounds like it's saying, "I think I can, I think I can." And when he gets over the hill, his engine starts saying, "I thought I could, I thought I could." Mama Jumbo tends to pick up Dumbo with her trunk, but in real life, mama elephants don't do this to their babies unless they're newborns. Usually they push the babies around with their trunks, and that's because they're baby elephants and they're heavy. Like I said, Dumbo is a revolutionary and very significant movie, so of course it can't go without controversy. There are some people out there who find it extremely offensive that the crows in this movie were meant to represent African Americans. What I find more interesting than that, though, is that there are people who aren't offended by it at all and actually consider it progressive, because the crows in the movies are the only ones portrayed to be intelligent and kind to Dumbo. outside of Timothy Mouse. Also, the crows were all voiced by black actors, so they were giving jobs to African Americans, which was not a common thing to do in that time, especially in the movie business. Also, they sing, in my opinion, what is the best song in the whole movie. So yes, I can see where it would be considered racist, but I honestly am on the side that considers it to be more progressive. Of course, I saved my favorite fact for last because this was totally mind-blowing to me. Dumbo's name is not actually Dumbo. His real name is Jumbo Jr. He was named after his father, Jumbo, who actually doesn't make an appearance in this movie. Like I said, this blew my mind. Never in my life have I ever heard Dumbo called anything else besides Dumbo. But still, right in the beginning of the movie, they say that his name is not Dumbo, but Jumbo Jr. I just hope that the nickname Dumbo didn't come from the animals or the clowns making fun of the baby elephant and calling him dumb. This, my friends, was 21 facts about Dumbo. I hope you learned yourself something new. Don't forget to leave me your thoughts in the comment section down below. Did you know all of these facts? Did you know none of them? Is there a movie you want me to cover next? If you like this video, don't forget to hit that rate button with a big fat thumbs up. It lets me know you care. I also have links in the description down below to my Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Go give those a like or follow if you feel like being a super fan and if you're interested on staying updated with what's going on with the channel and my life. If you know any other huge Disney fans or Dumbo fans, don't forget you can share this video on their wall or tweet it at them. And of course, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That's what it's there for. Thank you all for stopping by, and I hope to see you soon. Blaze for life.